Today's episode of Chicago Bears Now is sponsored by our friends over at RexMD. If you're looking to get things going in the bedroom once again, RexMD is going to help you out. The leader in men's telehealth, rexmd.com/chat. I'll tell you a little bit more about them later on in the show. All right, on today's show, we're going to do a fresh Bears mock draft after the first week of NFL free agency. A lot of moves have happened, but the Bears obviously will still be focused on the NFL draft. Ryan Poles has said repeatedly he wants to build this team through the draft. Now the question is, what will the Bears do at number 9? Poles will almost certainly draft a player in the trenches if he doesn't trade down again, which he could trade down from the number 9 pick. We'll have to wait and see what he does there, but obviously the number 9 pick is sitter focused now for Ryan Poles. Who is your dream Bears draft target at number 9 overall? Let me know down in the comment section down below. Who is your dream Bears draft target with the number 9 pick in the NFL draft? So in this mock draft, I decided to go with Paris Johnson Jr., the offensive tackle out of Ohio State. Peter Skoronski was available, but I opted to go with Paris Johnson, and that's simply because he's got 36-inch arms. He's very athletic. I think his upside is higher as a tackle in the NFL, especially with what the Bears want to do, but I wouldn't be shocked if they went Skoronski or somewhere else, but I think Paris Johnson has a chance to be a franchise tackle. Let's go to round 2, pick number 53. That's Adetomiwa Adebawore, the defensive lineman out of Northwestern. This guy could be the 3 technique for the Chicago Bears. You look at his stats at Northwestern a year ago, good, not great. 38 tackles, 9 tackles for loss, 5 sacks, couple of forced fumbles, productive year. Northwestern asked him to do a bunch of different things for that defense, for that team that really struggled. The question for me is this: can Adebawore's athletic traits, which were unbelievable, you saw him on display at the NFL Combine, translate to elite production in the NFL? The production in college was good. Can it be awesome at the next level with NFL coaching and fine-tuning his game? He's got the traits to be special. We'll see if a team like the Bears could maximize his potential, has edge 3-tech versatility. All right, trade alert before this next selection. I was on the clock at number 61 overall, and the Saints were interested in a trade, so I traded down. By the way, I used PFF's mock draft simulator today. Bears received pick number 74, 112, and 144, so move down 13 spots, pick up a 4th and a 5th as well. And with this next pick at number 64 now, we'll pick at 74 in a minute, Siaki Ika, the defensive tackle out of Baylor. He's more of a 1-tech. Obviously, the Bears signed Andrew Billings, a former Baylor Bear as well. You pick up Ika here at pick number 64, and he's kind of a bowling ball, man. He's 335 pounds. He's a great run stuffer. He can eat up blockers, a solid 1-tech here. Some people think he can go as high as the 2nd round. I get him with the first pick of the 3rd round here. You just got to add talent on in the trenches on both sides. On the defensive line, the offensive line, you need bodies, you need quality players. I think Ika is someone who could help this defensive line get nastier, which is what the Bears defense for years has been known for. Got to get back to that level. Today's show is sponsored by RexMD. You can get 90% off and only pay $2 per dosage at rexmd.com/chat. Fellas, do you sometimes lack confidence in the bedroom? We've all had those nights where you get a little too nervous, maybe have a little too much to drink. There's nothing worse than not being able to put the stick shift and drive, if you know what I'm saying. But have no fear, RexMD is here. RexMD is FDA approved and the most trusted leader in men's telehealth. They have sponsored today's Bears Now show to help you always be prepared. RexMD has made it simple, easy, and cost-effective to help all the men out there last longer and feel more confident in the bedroom. RexMD makes getting generic and branded Viagra or Cialis easy. Everything is online, even the prescription, and they deliver it directly to your door. No waiting rooms, no embarrassing trips to the doctor, no insurance, and no copays. Take advantage of their recent deal and get 90% off and pay just $2 per dosage at rexmd.com/chat. That is rexmd.com/chat. RexMD going to get you back on track in the bedroom. All right, let's continue with our Bears mock draft here. And next up on our Bears mock draft is Derick Hall, the edge rusher out of Auburn, had a strong NFL Combine, 3rd round pick, number 74 overall. I think the Bears will love Derick Hall's traits. He's big, he's long, and he's fast. Ran a really good 40, one of the best 40s for a defensive lineman in the NFL draft this year. I think he helped himself tremendously. I think he does go on day 2, and he's a guy who's fairly productive in the SEC as well. I think he had 6.5 sacks last year for Auburn, so I like this value here in the 3rd round. Add another bully to that defensive line. Bear down and subscribe to the channel here at Chicago Bears Now for the latest Bears news and rumors, free agency coverage, draft coverage. We'll have more mock drafts to come here on Bears Now. It's youtube.com/Bears Now. Don't miss any of our coverage and help us get to 64,000 subscribers. Tre'Vius Hodges-Tomlinson, the selection here, the cornerback out of TCU. Certainly undersized, but what he makes up in size, or what he lacks in size, he makes up with tenacity and physicality. For his size, he's not afraid to hit. He can be a little bit grabby, but if he's there on day 3 in the 4th round, I think it's tremendous value. I think you need to add another cornerback to this depth chart. You've got Jalen Johnson, Kyler Gordon. I think a guy like Tre'Vius Hodges-Tomlinson could help things out. Now, if you do go Hodges-Tomlinson with his lack of size, do you move him to nickel and put Kyler Gordon on the outside, or do you play Hodges-Tomlinson at CB2 and Gordon in the nickel? We'll see. Either way, I think adding a corner in this draft could make some sense. The dark horse idea would be taking one in the 1st round, whether it's Witherspoon or Gonzalez, but I think certainly taking one in the middle rounds could be in order if they haven't taken one by then. Keep it rolling here. Round 4, pick number 112. It's Isaiah McGuire, the edge out of Mizzou. Another quality defensive lineman. That's kind of a theme of this mock draft. I'm loading up in the trenches, especially on that defensive line. You've got to get more dudes that can rush the passer. Isaiah McGuire can do that. I think Ryan Poles might just do this. Like, the way he's attacked free agency, he might just load up in the trenches in the NFL draft like I have during this mock draft. Let's get another trenches player on the offensive side. Andrew Vorhees out of USC. He's the guy, if you remember, if you watched the NFL Combine, he tore his ACL during drills, but still decided to do the bench press and did 38 reps of 225 pounds. He's powerful. I think he projects as a quality guard in the NFL. You probably have to redshirt him. He may not be able to play at all as a rookie as he tore his ACL, but who knows? Maybe you get him mid-season or something like that. But Andrew Vorhees is a guy that I like quite a bit. I love the fact that he decided to do the bench press and showed his toughness. I think that's the type of display that the Bears will be interested in, especially if it's here on day 3 of the NFL draft. The value of someone like that on day 3 to get a day 2 talent, I think, is very intriguing. So Andrew Vorhees here in the 4th round. If he's sitting there, hey, he has starting potential later on in his career. You just may not see it this year, but it could work out because Cody Whitehair may not be here next year if he doesn't get cut this year. Okay, what is a bigger need? Is it offensive line or is it defensive line? So OL for the offensive line, DL for the defensive line. What is the bigger need for the Chicago Bears in the trenches? I've obviously added a lot in the trenches in this mock draft. So let's keep going with the theme. Mojo Ojomo, the defensive lineman out of Texas, kind of an edge 3-tech hybrid. He's about 290. He played multiple spots on that defensive line at Texas. Showed off some athleticism at the NFL Combine. I think he can play D-tack or edge as a rotation guy. Maybe he develops into a starter down the road, but you're in round 5. You're looking for quality backups, guys who can play on special teams and can give you some quality snaps as a reserve. KJ Henry should fit that bill as well, right in there with guys like Isaiah McGuire. You get a quality edge who didn't quite reach his potential at Clemson, but has the athletic traits you like. Again, sometimes these guys just aren't coached properly or they're playing out of position and they get into the NFL and they're able to maximize their potential. I think with Henry and McGuire here on day 3, you're finding value, and I like that quite a bit in this mock draft. So adding KJ Henry here in the 5th round is something I'm a fan of. Then you get Dorian Williams, who I think is a sneaky linebacker. There's a good chance he's gone by then, but he fell in this mock to the 149th pick, the linebacker out of Tulane. good speed. He can play sideline to sideline, decent in coverage. The upside's there. He could be a starting backer, and I like getting him here in the 5th round because you probably don't need him to play a lot as a rookie. He can be a special teams guy, be like your LB4 behind, obviously, Tremaine Edmonds, TJ Edwards, and Jack Sanborn. He could be that 4th backer for you, rotate in if needed or if there's an injury, and then also play some special teams. And then the 7th round picks, no 6th round picks. Dorian Thompson-Robinson, UCLA quarterback. The Bears cut Trevor Siemian. Obviously, they signed P.J. Walker, but they'll need a 3rd quarterback for camp. I like DTR as a developmental type of player. Let him learn behind a guy like Justin Fields and a guy like P.J. Walker, who's been through a lot of adversity. And then Alex Forsyth, the center out of Oregon. Here in round 7, he could go round 4 or round 5. I've seen that in some mocks. To get him in the 7th round, I think is pretty darn good value as a developmental center. All right, so there you go. Grade this Bears mock draft: A, B, C, D, or F. Drop a grade down in the comments. And if you can't remember all the picks, I don't blame you. There were 12. Before you drop a grade, I'll recap it for you. Paris Johnson Jr., the offensive tackle out of Ohio State with the 9th pick. Adetomiwa Adebawore, the defensive lineman out of Northwestern with the 53rd pick. You get Siaki Ika, round 3 pick 64. Derick Hall in the 3rd round with the 74th pick as well. Tre'Vius Hodges-Tomlinson, TCU corner in the 4th round, 103 overall. Isaiah McGuire in the 4th round, pick 112. Andrew Vorhees in the 4th round, pick number 133. Mojo Ojomo in the 5th round, defensive lineman out of Texas. Clemson edge KJ Henry, round 5, pick number 144. And then Tulane linebacker Dorian Williams there in the 5th round as well. And then the 7th round picks, UCLA quarterback Dorian Thompson-Robinson, Oregon center Alex Forsyth. Those are the round 7 picks, and that rounds out our mock. Drop a letter grade, A, B, C, D, or F, and be sure to subscribe to the channel if you want more Chicago Bears YouTube videos. We're bringing them to you every single day. I'm Harrison Graham. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. You can also follow me on social media at HGrahamNFL. We'll see you guys soon.